It was 3 a.m. I remember because I had just glanced at the clock on my nightstand. The house was quiet. Too quiet. You know that feeling when the silence itself feels heavy, like it's pressing down on you? That's how it was. I was home alone, which wasn't unusual, but that night, something felt off. Like the air was charged, waiting for something to happen. And then, it did. 3 knocks. Loud. Unmistakable. My heart jumped into my throat. I froze, staring at the door from where I sat on the couch. Who could it be at this hour? I told myself it was probably nothing. Maybe a neighbor or someone who got the wrong house. But deep down, I knew better. Something about those knocks. They didn't feel human. I forced myself to get up, my legs feeling like they were made of lead. Every step toward the door felt like a mile. I told myself to just look through the peephole, see who it was, and then I could laugh it off. But when I looked, there was no one there. Just the empty porch, the dim glow of the streetlight, and the shadows stretching across the yard. I stood there for what felt like forever, staring through that tiny hole, waiting for something, anything, to move. But nothing did. I was about to turn away when I heard it again. 3 knocks. But this time, they weren't at the door. My head snapped toward the living room window. The curtains were drawn, but I could see the faint outline of the streetlight through the fabric. No shadow, no movement, just those 3 knocks, clear as day.
Let me in.
My breath hitched. I told myself it was the wind, maybe a tree branch tapping against the glass. But the rational part of my brain was slipping away, replaced by a growing dread. And then it happened again. Another window, this time in the kitchen. I could feel my pulse racing, my hands trembling. I grabbed my phone, but what was I going to do? Call the police and say what? That I heard knocking? I was starting to feel like I was losing my mind. But then, it got worse. The knocks weren't just at the windows anymore. They were on the walls. Inside the walls, I could feel the vibrations in my chest. Like whatever was making that sound was trying to get my attention. I backed away, my back hitting the hallway wall, my eyes darting around the room. That's when I heard it. Footsteps. Slow, deliberate, coming from upstairs. I don't have an upstairs. My house is 1 story. But the footsteps were there, clear as day, moving from one end of the ceiling to the other. I wanted to run, to scream, to do anything, but I was paralyzed. And then, the knocking started again. This time it was at my bedroom door. I don't know how I got to my bedroom. Maybe I ran. Maybe I blacked out. All I know is that I was standing there, staring at the door, listening to those 3 knocks. And then, the door handle started to turn. I don't remember what happened after that. All I know is that I woke up the next morning, the house silent once again. But something was different. The air felt heavier, darker. And every night since then, at exactly 3 a.m., I hear those 3 knocks. Sometimes at the door, sometimes at the windows, sometimes inside my head. And I know sooner or later, whatever's on the other side, it's going to come in.